Because you said that's optimum, didn't you? That really, if you should be getting about 3 in a week.
That is your minimum. You know, there's been a lot of confusion since I came out and said that I recommend for my patients to have a minimum of 3 orgasms a week.
Why? I mean, obviously, but why is it, what's the benefits of that?
Well, the benefits are numerous, from stress relief, from depression and anxiety being lowered. It makes us nicer, especially women, you know, and parents. It's a pain reliever. But for me, as a physician, the number one thing is, if a woman is not achieving orgasm or she doesn't have any interest in sex, that can be a sign of something else going wrong, such as diabetes or high blood pressure or other serious concerns.
So if you are attempting to reach that moment of your closeness, and it doesn't happen, but it did before, then it could be a possibility that there may be a medical issue.
Right. And normally it's hormones for most women. You know, as we age, our testosterone and our estrogen levels tend to fall, and that affects our libido and, for some women, their ability to achieve orgasm. But if that, you know, isn't the case, it's a good idea for you to check your blood pressure and your blood sugar at least yearly, so you can follow the trend.
How much of achieving an orgasm for a woman depends on her mind, her body, or her partner finding the right buttons?
It's about 90% in the woman's head.
And 90% in the woman's head?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Which is always a surprise to people, because they think, well, he's not, you know, giving me the right action, or he's, you know, just not gifted in that way. But for the most part, a woman really needs to be mentally turned on. So if she's in her head worried about what she didn't finish that day, or what the kids are going to eat tomorrow, or how she looks, or how she smells, or how she tastes, then it's going to be much harder.
Which is kind of cruel, because that's kind of what women think about all the time.
Exactly.
All of those things.
Exactly.
So therefore, how can you correct that? Because, I mean, there are a lot of women that have said, I've never had an orgasm, can't do it, it's not for me, don't know how to, it's never happened yet.
Yeah.
So would you say that maybe that's because there's a lot of traffic going on in their brain?
Absolutely. What my research has shown is that for a woman, she really needs, you know, 3 kind of key ingredients. One is a sense of self-acceptance, you know, and being fully present and mindful. So if you've got this mindless chatter going on, it's going to be really hard for you. So what we usually ask women to do is first kind of look at your own sort of sexual psyche. Do you believe that sex is meant to be pleasurable for you as a woman, or is it just your duty to satisfy your partner? You know, like for example, that result that showed that some of your respondents feel guilty after orgasm, that tells us a lot about a woman's right to pleasure. Does she believe that she deserves it, or does she have to earn it? And so all of those sort of things are going on in a woman's mind, and that can keep her from reaching the big O.
I hope you don't mind me asking this, but it's only because it came out in our research chat earlier on. Is it true that somebody doesn't necessarily have to touch you to give you an orgasm? You can reach that place by just in your own mind?
Yes.
So hang whoa there, because that's like, so what do you think about?
The coolest thing is orgasm takes place in the brain. So we all think it happens down there.
Yeah.
Orgasm takes place in the brain. So as long as you have a brain and at least part of your spinal cord, you can achieve orgasm without anyone even touching you.
So how long, so if you were to start thinking whatever you think to get to that place, how long would it take between now and you actually that happening?
Some women can do it in a matter of minutes. So, you know, most people can say with direct, you know, clitoral stimulation with masturbation or with a vibrator that they can achieve orgasm within 2 minutes. Well, studies have shown that women can think off, that's what they call it, thinking off, that they can have these orgasms within 2 minutes. And, you know, I have clients who can do this sort of tantric or yogic breathing, where they start to really get in tune with their body's energy.
And they're not sitting on a washing machine at the same time?
No, and their partners aren't even touching them. Wow. And they can achieve orgasm just through breathing.
Which just shows you how powerful the mind is then when it comes to these things.
And that's why I wrote this book, and that's why I'm on this crusade to help women. Because when we find out that women say, say, just like you just mentioned, oh, I just can't achieve orgasm, so I'm just going to fake it, get it over with, do my duty. She's denying herself one of the greatest pleasures that we are entitled to. And when you start to just write off, oh, I'm not going to have an orgasm, it affects your relationships. It affects a woman's confidence. It affects the way a woman really shows up in the world.
If you enjoyed that, there's more of the same right here. And make sure you subscribe so that you never miss the best moments from this morning.